Making this your healthiest year yet. Today I am going live to talk about how you can really focus on making this your healthiest year. Happy New Year, everyone. I am Dr. Fong, and I'm really excited to start this year. At Cleanbody, we have really created so many resources for you so that you really can conquer this year and really get to the root cause of your issues. And if you don't have any chronic conditions, to just really optimize your health, which is really what we really want to do. One of the problems in conventional medicine is we are never working on getting to the root cause. We are always just thinking about ameliorating the symptoms, calming down the symptoms with band-aids. And this is really the year to get down to the root cause. Let's evaluate your health. And so I have some 3 top things I want you to consider this new year if you want to make this your healthiest year yet. So number 1 is start with a reset, okay? And we are actually doing this together in my program, in our membership. We actually have a new membership that we have launched as of this year that is now accessible to the public, a really inexpensive membership where you can get access to all of our protocols and my weekly coaching calls. And a reset is really, if you don't have a lot of chronic conditions, I still want you to reset every year. For me, if you guys kind of know a little bit about my story, I had chronic eczema. I conquered my eczema. I no longer have eczema. But it's not just about conquering your chronic conditions and then waiting for chronic conditions to pop up again. It's really about keeping yourself healthy and keeping what I like to call your detox funnel, keeping it really clean. And so it's really important to maintain a healthy diet and make sure that you are doing this on a daily basis. But also for me, once or twice a year, I always do a reset cleanse. And that is anywhere from 9 to 14 days, depending on how long I want to spend doing this reset. And this is where I'm going to really clean up my diet even more than usual. And, I'm going to go vegetarian, I'm going to do some juicing, and I'm going to flush out my detox funnel. And what does that mean? I'm going to flush out my liver, my gut, my kidneys. I'm going to flush all of those organ systems and really do a cleanse at the beginning of the year. And again, it could be anywhere from 9 to 14 days. And actually, if you really want a big reset, it can be up to 30 days. And we have a new membership that we launched, a really inexpensive membership. If you want to look into that, you can go to the link in my bio and click join our community. And that's our membership. It's $57 per month. You get access to all of our protocols. We do have a reset cleanse that I recommend you do twice a year. So January and June is when I do that. I personally am starting that reset cleanse. I am doing a 30-day reset cleanse starting next Monday. And I am going to be, anyone who wants to come on board with me, I'm leading you through that as well too. Now, if you have chronic conditions, or if you don't have chronic conditions, another thing, number 2 on my list, is that you should really get evaluated at least once a year. As adults, a lot of us don't go to the doctor anymore. We often do this only as kids when we see our pediatrician, and it's really important that we do see the doctor. Now, one of the unfortunate things is when you see your doctor might run labs and your doctor might say, oh yeah, you're fine. And unfortunately, you might not be feeling fine, or you might say, are my labs really indicating that things are okay? And I think one of the problems is that our conventional doctors are really just looking for disease. They are not looking for optimal function. And so they are basically waiting to see if you're going to get into a disease state, if your labs are going to get abnormal, and then if they need to give you a drug. And unfortunately, that's the standard of our care is, okay, your labs look like this, let's give you this drug. And I really want you to think about your labs in a really different way. You want to look at these labs from a functional perspective. So that would be looking at the labs and saying, okay, are these labs optimal? And that's different. The reference ranges are different. The perspective is different. The paradigm is different. And in looking at the labs from that different perspective, you're really going to understand, oh, well, okay, for example, like your filtration of your kidney, your conventional doctor just wants this to be above 60. But as a naturopathic doctor, I really want this number to be above 90. And when it drops below 90, I know that your kidney function is already starting to suffer. You're starting to, either accumulate, kidney stones. You're maybe, abusing your kidney too much, and that filtration is starting to decrease. And that filtration, I want you to think of your kidney like a pool filter. Your kidneys basically, take out what's bad and keep in what's good. And so if they're not filtering properly, then they might keep in what's bad too much, and then you're going to start to accumulate in toxins. So when I look at someone's EGFR, for example, I'm looking for that number to be above 90. So if you have yearly labs from your doc last year, take a look at your labs and see where your EGFR lies. If it's above 90, then it looks like you're doing pretty good. If it's anywhere between 60 and 90, then you might say, okay, what's going on with my kidney? And that's really what we want to do, is we want to take this functional approach. So at Cleanbody, we have a lot of different resources. If you join our membership, we actually have a whole module on looking at your labs and how to look at them functionally. So even if you get your labs with your conventional doctor, your PCP, you can take a look at, okay, well, what do these labs really mean from a functional perspective? So that's a really nice option. Or at Cleanbody, if you kind of want to work with us closer, we can do the entire evaluation for you. We run the labs, we really evaluate them, and we really understand where your health is right now. Someone is asking, do you have a functional approach for enlarged ovarian cysts? Absolutely. So what is this the cause of? Well, there's so many multiple causes here, and with most chronic conditions, there's multiple causes. But when you have a PCOS, there are some inherent things. Likely your hormones are in balance. You likely have high testosterone, high estrogen. And so what does that inherently mean? Well, it could be due to stress. It also could be due to the fact that you might have too many estrogen-like toxins in your body. And that could be things like plastic toxins, pesticide toxins, etc. A lot of these toxins actually look like estrogen and can really disrupt the endocrine system. We call that endocrine disruption. And so at the end of the day, that's really all of your detox organs not operating correctly. And that is what we do at Cleanbody. We do a complete assessment of the whole system, from the organ systems to the toxins that could be abusing those organs, like heavy metals, environmental toxins. With PCOS, some of the most common toxins I find might be heavy metals like lead, mercury, aluminum, nickel. I also find a lot of BPA, pesticides. I also find mold toxin as well too, okay? So if you're interested in working closely with us, one thing you can do is book a discovery consultation. And that discovery consultation, we're actually giving a $100 discount on that right now. So you would go to the link in my bio, click book a consultation, and make sure to use the code CB2023. So CB like clean body, C and then B as in boy, and then 2023, and you'll get $100 off that discovery consultation. If you do decide to join us, that discovery consultation also becomes free. So essentially it's a free consult. You're kind of paying up front, but if you decide to join, and so that's how we would deal with that. Someone asked about how to get the functional labs. Well, yes. So if you want to just learn about this, you would go ahead and join our membership, and you can just learn what labs you should be asking your doctor for, how should you be looking at those labs, and then in terms of working with us so that we can order those labs for you, that's something you can do. And what you would do is book a consultation with me so that I can really assess you first, really understand what labs we would want to do and what approach we would take to get to the root cause. Okay. We also have a free assessment, and for the free assessment, you will basically answer a bunch of questions. Now, this assessment's pretty lengthy because I really want to go into detail to really see which parts of your health we really need to work on. And we are looking at a couple of things. I'm looking at in the assessment, your Cleanbody, what I call pillars of health. This is the foundation. This is what everybody needs to be working on. And this is your nutrition, whether you have a lot of stress, your physical movement, your daily regimen, and your toxin exposures. So if you do the assessment, it will actually assess all of those items for you and just kind of let you know how severely you need to fix those items in your life. Without having a strong foundation, without having a strong pillars of health, then you are not going to really be able to detox and really cleanse yourself, okay? The other thing we look at is what I like to call your detox funnel. So I want everyone here to think that about having a funnel in your body. And when that funnel overflows, then it can really be problematic. And that's when you'll get hormone dysfunction, skin issues, gut issues, headaches, migraines, etc. Okay. So we also evaluate in this assessment your gut, your kidneys, your liver, and your gallbladder or bile process. And all four of those are really, really important and really core to, how your body is functioning. So if you do the assessment, you can really understand all of those. Someone did tell me that there was a technical dysfunction with the assessment today. I just contacted our IT guys, so I hope that is up and running by later today. So if you do click on it right now and it asks you to log in, just come back a little bit later today or tomorrow and that should be fixed. Okay, so I apologize about that IT problem. So you can do the assessment as kind of a first line of, okay, what do my pillars of health look like? What does my organ systems look like? To just kind of understand a little bit more about what those things look like. And then, getting those labs from your doctor and then assessing them on a functional level, or getting those labs from me if you want to get assessed from me and my team, okay? So that's really important. Everyone on this call, you need to be getting assessed at least once a year. And if you are getting assessed from your conventional doctor, you need to also take a functional approach to that. So it's not enough to go to your regular doctor and say, oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine every year. And then 3 years later, you end up with a chronic disease because they're really not doing preventative medicine. And that's what we need to do. And that's really what to make this your healthiest year yet, you have to know what's going on. And don't be afraid of what you might find, especially from a functional and root cause perspective, because if we understand what's causing your issues, then we can fix those things and make it better, okay? So number 3 on my list is if you have chronic conditions, you have to get to the root cause. You need to stop just putting Band-Aids on whatever condition you have. If it's a skin condition, you need to stop with the steroids and the Dupixent. If you have a mental health condition, the anxiety, antidepressant medications. And how do we do this? Well, we don't just take you off these medications. We need to understand what are the root causes, what's really underlying in that condition, and really get to the root cause. And how do we do that? Well, I'm a big data person. So if you join our membership, you will actually have an update form that you fill out every week, and you can kind of just watch your progress and see how you're progressing every week. If you actually work with us closely in one of our programs, or you become a patient of ours, then we will actually track that with you through an app. And we give you an app where you can really log your progress every single day. And we check in with that every single week. We are on top of you. I think that's really different in our program and our approach. When I had severe eczema, I wanted a doctor and a team to be on my side the entire time. And that's really important. You got to track the progress. So you need to get to the root cause. So data is so important. So first of all, tracking what's actually going on with you. So when you get to your doctor, you know what to report. You know what potential factors are involved in your process. And number 2, get tested, because there's so many things that you can get tested for that will really put the puzzle pieces together. So number one, that functional test that I was talking about, you really want to get the functional testing done. And that's, with us at Cleanbody or with your PCP, and then join our membership, and then just look at how you're supposed to be analyzing those labs, okay? And then doing other labs, not just the labs from your PCP or the regular labs through Quest, but we need to also understand your gut health. So really great gut tests that we can do that can understand the microbiome, whether the microbiome is really balanced, whether you have things like parasites, fungus, yeast, mold, bacteria overgrowing. Oftentimes, chronic symptoms will have to do with this imbalance in your microbiome. We are made up of bacteria, and if that microbiome is imbalanced, we will be imbalanced, okay? Other things like toxins, especially if you have hormone dysfunction, toxins like environmental toxins like pesticides, BPA, etc., all important to take a look at. We would test that through urine. Heavy metals, really important. We could check this through hair, blood, urine, and stool. So it kind of depends on, who you are, how old you are in terms of how we might check this. What else? Mold toxins, a big deal also. So you want to check on that as well too. In terms of look under your mattress, look under your chairs. You might find mold there, and then that could be a contributing factor. Your dental work, also another big thing that could cause a really big problem. So thinking about seeing a holistic dentist, and they're called biological dentists. So that's a really good thing to look into. You can find one at iabdm.org. Really similar to myself. I'm a naturopathic doctor, so I am a licensed doctor here in California, but I'm taking a holistic approach, okay? So similar in the dental world as well too. The biological dentist takes a look at your whole body, not just your teeth, and this is really important. Your biological dentist cares about more than just your teeth, which is really important, okay? So, number one, we need to reset at least once or twice a year. It doesn't matter how healthy you think you are. Our world is toxic, and we all need to reset once or twice a year. This is not a question to me. I don't have symptoms now that I've conquered my health, but I continue to detox and reset, and on a daily basis and twice a year, I do a really big reset. So if you want to join us on that reset, join our membership or book a discovery consultation with me, and you can look at all of those in the links in my on my profile. Either join our community or book a consultation, or maybe just do our free assessment so you can just kind of evaluate your health. Number two, get evaluated somehow. Either do our assessment, go to your doctor and get some labs, then join our membership and check out how to assess those labs, or book a consultation so I can do a yearly lab for you so we can just kind of see baseline. What are you dealing with? Where are you at with your health? And lastly, if you are suffering with a chronic condition, it is time to get to the root cause. There is no time to waste. The more you put a Band-Aid over what's going on, the more that fire is burning underneath. Another good analogy, think of it as a bucket and there's a fire inside, and you're literally just putting a lid over it, but the fire is still burning. And if you don't get to the root cause, that fire is going to burn and that lid is going to pop right off, and then you're going to have more buckets that are going on fire. So that's why if we are just working with things conventionally and not looking at the root cause, we are basically, having eczema, and then we have IBS, and then we have migraines, and then we have hormone symptoms, and then the list just keeps piling up because you aren't actually getting to the root cause. So make this your year to get down to the root cause, and start by doing our free assessment. Start by checking out my free masterclass if you just kind of want to learn. You can join our membership if you want even more in-depth information, or if you really want this to be your year and work closely with a team, then you can book a discovery consultation, okay? I would love to open it up to any questions. Now, there was a question that was submitted today on my story, and the question was that this person works in the hospital, has to wash her hands a lot, and is getting eczema on her hands, I believe. And this is a really common problem. Now, what is going on here? Well, at Cleanbody, our belief is that you have this funnel, and the funnel is overflowing when you have any type of symptoms, especially those skin symptoms. And so for this person who works in the hospital, your funnel is overflowing. That's the real problem that we need to take care of. We can do things like topicals to put on your skin, but again, that's only a Band-Aid. That's not getting to the root cause, that fire that's burning inside. We need to get to that fire. We need to put that fire out. So what is causing that fire is the question. So we need to do assessment. We need to investigate. That's a really big part of what I do at Cleanbody. So the assessment, number one, take our free assessment. Number two, go to my masterclass so you can just learn about what all of this means. What does it mean to overflow the detox funnel? You can join our membership to just get more information about just the protocols and our approach, okay? And hello, Dr. Fong. Can previous patients take advantage of the discovery call promo, or is it best to start seeing you again and reassess? Yes. Hello, I remember you. Hi, how are you doing? No, you discovery call is only for new people. So you actually have access to just booking appointments with us. So you want to actually just, you can call us if you want for this person. You can call our office and Alicia, who's our care coordinator, will take care of you, and she'll let you know how to proceed, and she'll kind of set you up with our new system and everything as well too, because I think I haven't seen you in a while. Okay. So yes, absolutely. Does anyone else have any questions about anything I've been talking about? Making this your healthiest year yet? What are the tools that you need? Because this is what I want you guys to focus on. Like, I know that all of us are doing New Year's resolutions. Oh, I want to lose weight. I want this. I want that. And what I'm saying is, have the New Year's resolution be making this your healthiest year yet, and having it be the life-changing year where, after this, your health just changes and there's no way you can look back. And you have to start by assessing, investigating, looking at what's really going on inside of your body. And if you don't have any issues, I also want you to assess your health anyways, because let's do preventative medicine. Let's not wait till disease is already arrived. Let's do preventative medicine. So we really have a lot of tools, and I'm really excited about some of the tools we've just launched, like our membership, which is now a really inexpensive way to get access to all of this, okay? Hello, I left a question in the question box section. Was that you with the hand eczema, the hospital, working at the hospital? Because I did answer that. Or did you leave another question and I just didn't see it? If you did leave another question, please go ahead and type into the comment box so that I can answer that now, because I don't have access to looking at that right now while I'm on the live. So, but I did answer the hand question. I will be posting. Oh, okay. If you can just post your question here, that would be great. And this will be posted on my Instagram. So if you want to kind of revisit it, I did talk about labs and how you should be looking at your labs, your yearly labs, and how you should be taking a more functional medicine, naturopathic approach to your health. And whether you have chronic conditions or not, it's important to start doing that so that you can either do preventive medicine. If you don't have any issues yet, let's prevent these things from ever happening. Let's optimize your system, for the long haul, or so that you can do root cause medicine. This is very, very important. Let's stop silencing those symptoms, okay? All right, I don't see any other questions coming in. I do want to wait for TK Life Student to just input your question so I can answer that. But if anyone else has any other questions, please go ahead and type into the comment box. We are doing some specials. If you do want to book a discovery consultation with me, if you're wanting to work closer, not just join the membership, we have $100 off the discovery consultation, and then that discovery consultation basically becomes free. If you decide to join us, you will use the code CB2023 and go to the link in my bio and click book a consultation. Use the code CB2023. It is expiring tomorrow, okay? So on the 7th, tomorrow at midnight. My daughter is 10. She has had eczema since she was 8. Not sure where to start with a child or if the protocol is the same as with an adult. Okay, absolutely. So let's talk about it. Children, it is the prevalence of eczema is so much higher in children than in adults. 30% of the world has eczema, and the prevalence in children it's the highest in children. And why is this happening? Well, if you go to my masterclass, I'm actually going to talk about this in a lot of detail, but to just kind of break it down very simply, when we are children, we basically, our systems are trying to protect us. And the problem is we are being exposed to so many toxins in our world. We're actually getting these toxins from our moms while we are in the womb via the placenta. We are also getting it through breast milk postpartum. That was my problem. My mom had all of these metal fillings in her mouth. The mercury was spilling into my system via the placenta while I was in her belly, and then also via the breast milk postpartum. And once they are born, they're getting so many a bombardment of toxins. And so kids, one of the first ways our body shows that there's a problem is that we get skin symptoms. Why is that? Because your skin is a supplemental filter. It's basically the easiest way for your body to let go of toxins out of your body. And so we're gonna see a lot of skin problems as one of the first signs that something is wrong, that funnel is overflowing. This is why our kids are showing up with so much eczema in today's world, is because our world is toxic, and basically it's the first sign that something's wrong. Now, if you don't fix this problem from skin problems, it can then become gut issues, it can then become hormone issues, it can become et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and the list goes on and on. So we need to take care of these skin conditions now as a child, okay? All right, guys, I am so excited for this new year. We have so many resources to offer you so that you can really assess your health, evaluate where you're at right now, and really make this your healthiest year yet. All right? All right. Have a great week, everyone, and Happy New Year.